My zeal for blood rituals and summoning rites had begun to ebb, as each attempt invariably brought only failure and disappointment. Progress was halting, and the rapidly accumulating surplus of wasted flesh had become burdensome.
Tons of flesh just all poured out here.
Nothing is more terrible than I can describe. An incoherent jumble of organ, sinew, and bone.
And from this monstrosity, we might be able to infer that these pigmen have also evolved from it. Let's see, where are we going here? So that's like 4 rooms away, right? That should be... well, it's actually 5. So that should just be right there. This boss, I brought a strategy that counters them. Also, this is the no healing challenge, or no healing skills challenge, where we can't heal at all. Anyways, this party here is designed to counter this boss. You can also replace these with grave robbers. I'll show different strategies on the future ones as well, because there's like several variations of the same boss. We have Votan and Mitchell with us today. No stress for us.
Destroy them all.
One-hit kill because these are beasts and they take extra damage.
Eradicated.
So the reason I'm using these 3 shield breakers is because they all pierce armor. And armor is a significant factor in this boss.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
And then I brought a Houndmaster because they have this skill, the Hound's Harry, which is actually a very easy way to also kill this boss. And we have gold that I'm just going to throw away, I guess. We have plenty of gold. I've done pretty well with the antiquarians, so I think we can probably just focus on heirlooms for a little while, get some progress. Just combat everywhere. There is one danger in having all these shield breakers. Potentially, if we were to get a nightmare, all of them would share the nightmare and they'd all have 20 stress per round. It would be really, really bad. So you don't want to actually do this. And if you do this, don't camp until like the very end, or just don't camp at all. Because you don't want to have everyone just get like super stressed from that nightmare. I don't have enough stuff to keep all of them sane. Nice, a secret room. So hopefully we can come back for that. And we have this. Okay, so this Mitchell's got Fear of Mankind here, -10 accuracy, and also extra stress versus humans. And it just so happens that most of the pigs are considered human beasts. Therefore, she's being affected by this constantly. And I gave her this to counteract it. But now, we can just remove it. Which now means she has really good accuracy. But probably too much accuracy because the shield breaker has a +5 by default. Is there some way I could balance this out? You both have +5. You don't have anything, but you do have the dog treats. He has this to increase his bleed skill. That's important for the boss. I don't know if there's any way to optimize this, so I'll just let things be, I guess. If I had more damage items, it would be good, but I don't.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
So Mitchell here is going to be the one with the least damage, but very high accuracy and low stress. It will just have them.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
These two will gang up on them because they're both not built for damage, while the purple one has 2 damage items, so you can see there's plus 20% damage going on over here.
Obliterated.
So this boss is pretty scary, actually. He's officially dead. We'll have maybe you kill it. Potentially.
Destroy.
heal some stress, which you did since you critted as well.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
That's not a terrible poison. I'll let it be. Now, I want to save 4 of these holy waters. And I've got inventory space problems again. I want to save the holy waters for the boss. I got anti-venom and bleed as well, because I believe he uses both of them. Bleed and poison, I mean. Or bleed and blight. It looks like there's very few walls in this place. There could be a wall here or here, possibly also both. Maybe I'll just chuck these. And then... we probably have enough light, too.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
So yeah, hopefully there's no walls here. And if there are, in both spaces, then I guess I have to go through them manually. Oh, hi, Shambler. This team would actually be really good for killing Shamblers, so I'm probably going to do that. That's kind of fortunate, because the Shambler has 33% armor, and he hangs out in the back row. So the Shield Breaker is excellent for dealing with that boss. Also, the tentacles get up to like, what, 80% armor, or is it 70? So they can just attack it freely without worrying about that.
Executed with impunity.
So yeah, I think we have a Shambler in our future.
Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
There's a good chance of Shambler. It's a really full dungeon. There's also a secret room there. I don't know if we'll have time for snakes.
Another one falls.
Between Shambler and secret room,
Gone, fiend.
I might just chuck the firewood. I don't have room for it. Alright, so... yeah, we don't want to camp. We didn't get any scouting. Just thinking, I probably should chuck the firewood. I have enough on my plate already. This medicinal herb can be used here, turning into food.
A handsome reward.
And gold.
For a task well performed.
And I can also use it here for even more food. Don't have any room though. So, maybe on the way back. Nice. Nice dodge and no walls. So we're here, ready for the boss. Okay, so is there anything I need to think about? I don't think so. It's a pretty straightforward strategy. Just drink our holy waters. So that way we have higher resistances against blights and bleeds.
Squirming, contorting, and ever expanding. This horror must be unmade.
So this here is a good example why I brought all the shield breakers. This boss has 4 pieces, and they randomly shift every single round. So there's no requirement for what spawns either, so you can get like 4 spines if you are really unlucky. The spines you can see have 70% armor. They are susceptible to blights and bleeds, but they're just super armored. So if you brought a leper in here, the leper would do so little damage to this guy. And also this guy, even the head, has 50% armor. So the leper would just be dealing half damage or worse, because he can only attack the 2 front rows. The butt has 30% armor, so still relevant. And there's one spot that hasn't shown. It's like a organs, and it has no armor at all. That's the weak spot. We did not get a weak spot, which is a great example for why the shield breaker is good. I can attack anywhere and do full damage. There's a lot of RNG to this boss.
A powerful blow.
Because of this mechanic, like it just chooses whatever shape it wants to take. So if you have people who ignore armor, like shield breakers or grave robbers, you can ignore the whole armor RNG thing going on here. You can basically just do full damage every single round because you just keep hitting it. regardless of how much armor it has. Now, the other strategy you can do, I'll show this one probably later, is to just spam Hound's Harries, get like 4 Hound Masters, and just spam Hound Harries. Because this is an AoE, it hits every single part, and it causes 2 points of bleed for 3 rounds. I'm gonna save my dog treats because the Shambler I'm actually more afraid of. This guy, he'll be alright. Anyways, he's taking 8 damage for 3 rounds, so 24 damage from that one attack, plus the 4 on top of it from hitting him. So Hound Masters are extremely good on this boss. So yeah, that's 2 ways to deal with it. Plague Doctors are pretty good too, because Plague Doctors can spam their AoE gas bomb on the back to hit twice. The spines cause stun, while the heads deal bleed, the butt deals poison. Blight, I mean. And there's the weak spot right there. This thing actually heals the whole thing, but it has no armor, basically no resistances. This is the spot you want to hit. And you can potentially get like 3 of them in a row. There's no limit, so it really just comes down to RNG. Taking a lot of damage here. Let's play it safe with you. Try to keep you safe now. I don't want you getting too low. There's the heal. It's quite small. It's quite inconsequential. Anyways, there's no bonus damage for hitting it because we pierce armor, so I can hit any part I want. You notice that you can't move the boss. So if it's out of range, which it is right now, if you, say, brought a leper here, the leper would not be able to reach this thing right now, much to your dismay. And that's why I say there's a lot of RNG to this boss.
Well struck.
So every single turn he takes 4 damage. Altogether, that's 16 now they're going to take per round. There's the stun. Unfortunately, I can't guard her because she just got stunned.
The blood quickens.
Okay, now here's a good cycle. If you had a leper, you could swing away at him for full damage. And it's good to see these in general because these guys, they heal, but they don't heal that much. It's much better to not take damage.
A decisive pummeling.
This boss's other parts do quite a bit of damage, where I'd much prefer not to take that damage.
It is as grotesque in death as it was in life.
Like I said, pretty easy boss.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
He has a pretty bad bleed. Hear it? Eat some food. And we got more to do. We have more than just the boss on our plate. Now, I saved these dog treats because I'm going to use them on the Shambler. The Shambler, we need as much DPS as possible. We don't have a strongly DPS-oriented team, but this guy can at least cause bleeds. So that's alright. Anyways. I could probably make some space. We'll continue adventuring. There was not a single wall in this whole dungeon, interestingly enough. Now, over there was some food, so I probably should go get that. Food is my one source of healing in this challenge, so very important.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
Now, do I tackle the Shambler now, or do I wait? We'll do it now, I think. We're in a good condition right now, so let's do it now. And here it is. So, whenever you fight the Shambler, you're going to get ambushed. You're going to get surprised. So wherever you want your people, I would recommend actually making yourself like in the opposite order that you want. You want to be like a frontliner should be in the back, then a backliner should be in the front, because then you might get swapped. This Houndmaster, he's not really that great in the front, although actually you could stun the boss. Especially if he's quick, but he's not quick. That's making him slow. I guess he could get a really good speed roll regardless. On the other hand, I could pass that over to you if I just make a little bit of space. Alright, now he's really fast. We're doing a little bit of advanced initiative play here. Basically, I'm trying to make my stunner really fast. It's not a good stun chance, though, because I believe he has 100 stun resist. Still, it's better than nothing, and if it does pass, and it makes the boss so much easier. It might just be a waste of time, though. Alright, well, let's go. No time like the present.
Behold the infinite malignity of the stars.
Alright, so we're not in the right order. This is the reason I like this skill, by the way, is that if they get pushed to the back, they can still do something.
Masterfully executed.
And it moves them forward. You can see now she's in position. Looks like we're not going to get the stun. That's alright. I don't think I can change things in combat. Yeah, I can't. Very well swung. This fight really does just boil down to being a DPS race in a lot of ways. You could argue that it's also not. But if you can kill this guy super fast, it really makes things simpler. Because his whole strategy is that these guys get stronger and stronger each wave. And if you can kill them really fast, then you can focus on these guys and kill them before they get too strong. Every single time they attack, they get a boost. You see, the damage is quite high. I don't have Holy Water this time, so... Anyways, let's just keep focusing on the big guy. Next round, I'll kill these to prevent them from getting too strong. But for now, let's try to get rid of the source. One thing you can do is you can actually use a Hound's Harry to apply bleed to them. It would be a 90% success rate. Might be worthwhile. Yeah, that should work. I think the math should work out. This will also apply bleed to him, so now he's at 3. We just need to tap him one more time. Oh, he's got 1 HP. Figures. Now we need to get rid of these things. This thing's dead. It just doesn't know it yet. And some dodges would be very helpful. There's the crit. You can see that does a ton of stress damage when he pulls that off.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Like I said, this team is really good for killing
Their
shamblers.
formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
So we came out... This turned out to be really easy, because this team is just very good at
The
this.
space between worlds is no place for mortal men.
And we got ourselves the Ancestors map. There's 5 different treasures the Shambler drops. Also, I used up all my light. We're going to be on a little bit of a low light run here, I think. Anyways, this one gives high trap disarm and scouting chance. It's mainly used for the scouting chance, so that way you can see where things are and not walk into traps all day. Anyways, let's eat. Got that ring on, but... well, I guess I could take it off. Yeah, too late now. You're bleeding out a little bit, so let's fix that. Oh, I don't need the anti-venom anymore. That was for the boss specifically. So yeah, we're coming out with a really big treasure haul here. 2 bosses under our belt. 2 trophies taking home. How much do I want to push this? Do I fight everything? I could. I could fight everything. Worms. Maggots.
Back to the pit.
I probably should take off that bleed stone and replace it with this, although I have already scouted everything. So maybe not, actually.
Foolish horrors. Brought low and driven into the mud.
By the way, if you're wondering why I kept these stones, it's for this boss. These bleed chance stones are specifically good on this boss. The anti-venom's not useful anymore, so we'll chuck that. So having 4 bleed stones would be useful if you intend to use the Houndmaster strategy to beat this boss. That's why I kept a lot of them. I think I have 3 of them. You can also use an amulet. I can't remember what it's called, but it looks like an amulet full of blood. And that also increases your bleed chance. You can stack them too. Not that you need to stack it that much. Anyways, if you're wondering why I call Shieldbreakers S-tier characters, you're maybe seeing that right now. The fact that we completely stomped that Shambler is a pretty good indicator for how strong this character is. Armor piercing is just a really good attribute to have.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
As you get farther into the game, there are more enemies with prot, and so, because there are so many enemies with prot, the Shieldbreaker ends up bypassing a lot of their strengths, and that's what makes them so good in my opinion. Okay, so the purple one's strong, right? That's what I think I said. We'll let that one take out the bat guy. Well, Hounds harry that one. And then this one... You could potentially get him. I'll go for this guy, though. You actually would have got him. This one has the extra damage, so more likely to kill. But rolled a bit low. That's alright, though. Not a good Hound's Harry, unfortunately. That guy dodged. Could have been devastating, though. I threw away my dog treat, so I couldn't boost my accuracy. So yeah, as we get farther into this game, there will be more and more enemies with prot. There will be like ghouls who can appear in any region that have 40% prot. Crabs have 50% prot. This guy's pretty fast. Let's just get rid of him.
Blow.
Prevent his turn from occurring.
Decimated.
Get some good stress heals here. I have some things to comment on stress heals from crits, but I don't know if this is the video to do it. I think have plenty to talk about already. And he's dead.
The slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
Now let's see, that ruby's worth a lot more than that jade, so we'll trade that out. And then this gold here, probably just replace the bandages. Got lots of treasure. Need to keep the keys for the secret room.
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
Anyways, more enemies with armor. The Swinator has armor. I think it's 40%. The Skeleton Giant has maybe 40 or 50. The Fungus Men that we've already seen, they have 33% right now, but once you hit level 3, I think it becomes 50% armor. So they become quite, very tanky, actually. Another good reason to have armor piercing. You're the one with damage? No, you're not. But we'll just gang up on this one, because there's a good chance that he'll survive one swing. I don't want to get diseased. Can't touch this. Mitchell is untouchable. You can see that Mitchell has like the least stress of the bunch.
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
He's got that Book of Sanity on. So I think the enemies don't want to target him specifically. Anyways, that's half of the dungeon looked at. Actually, it's a lot more. It's like 3/4 actually. Pretty good haul. They've been supplying us with torches as well, so we're not running out. Do I go that way or this way? It would be nice to remove the keys. So maybe I'll go straight for the secret room. Touch that over there, check it out. So after this, there'll be 2 bosses left. Mainly in the cove. I have not done a lot of cove stuff, and I think I also failed a few cove missions earlier, so the EXP is kind of behind the other areas. Now those bosses, I think they are kind of harder. The Siren's kind of a tricky one. There is ways to deal with her. One of which being Plague Doctors, but I don't have a lot of Plague Doctors, so I can't really use that strategy.
Grievous injury. Palpable fear.
Don't you just hate when they crit with a stress-stealing ability? It does so much stress when they do that. Ridiculous amount of stress damage.
The ground quakes.
Now the boss after the Siren, that one is... what is there to say about that one? It's an interesting boss. The Man-at-Arms is really good at him.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
But maybe I shouldn't be talking about that. I don't know. Here's an antiquarian item. Plus 25% prot, so if you want to make them more tanky, that's pretty good for it. Okay, so let's use the last torch.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
I do want to take that helm. I'll probably chuck my food because I'm almost done. Seems wasteful, I know. But we're almost done. We're almost out of here. That's a bag there. An already looted empty bag. Probably from some adventurers who didn't make it out alive. Okay, so how are we doing on space? Looks like we're probably gonna trade out these 3 things. I might just go full empty on food and hope that I don't get hit by a hunger check. I could even just leave now, actually. Because I don't have to go down that way. Like, I don't have to.
Darkness closes in, haunting the hearts of men.
I'm also tempted to just throw this thing out. Because this only sells for $7.50, and I'm sure I'll find some more. And then I can put this in, make some more space.
A full pack often attracts unwanted attention.
And I do want to get rid of the journal page. So. Who wants to touch this? They might get diseased. Oh yeah, they did. Alright, that's good enough. We killed 2 bosses in that. And we also got a secret room. Our prize is a legendary bracer. This is a pretty decent item for endgame. It gives you a lot of damage, but it does make you a little slower. I would recommend putting it on people who are naturally really fast already. Because their high speed -1 isn't really that much of a difference.
A fresh irritant to some. A sanguine memory to me.
Do I have a debuff amulet? It seems like I do not. At some point I do want to have some debuff skill chance, so maybe I should buy this thing. Seems like a waste of money. but I do want to demonstrate something at some point. Stress faster, musical, mankind hater. So on top of his human damage, he gets even more human damage. And I do need bounty hunters. That is actually exclusively what I'm looking for now, so you're in.
The thrill of the hunt. The promise of payment.
And you are, I guess Man-Eater, I don't know. That's a kind of silly name. Okay, we have one person to name as well. Someone wanted to be named after, or someone wanted a Houndmaster named after them, so we could use Warables there, or we could go for Pasquier. We'll go for Warables. We'll name him Dime. So he has Precise Striker and Second Wind. That kind of makes him a little bit oriented towards stunning, but that's the only melee skill he has, really. I don't even have the stunning treatment for this guy yet. Feels kind of bad. Anyways, welcome to the team, Dime. Is there anything else to do? It looks like I have a lot of, what are these called? Portraits here. We're close enough. Well, not really that close. We need lots of crests, actually. I was thinking, like, the next district I might go for would be the Puppet Theater. It's quite expensive, though, 200 deeds. But it gives you 10 more stress healing every single week for everyone in town. And I think you start off at, like, 5, so that means it's 15, which is quite a lot. People will just de-stress naturally really fast, which makes these two places even more useless. The only reason you put people in here is if they're at 100 or something. Okay, so we have the Siren unlocked with a wounding helmet. I'm also tempted to go in here because I want to fight this thing. And there's a feather crystal, and it's giving deeds. That's a pretty tempting offer. Meanwhile, this place needs to be leveled up. But this guy, the thing from the stars, we haven't seen him yet. I want to fight him. Anyways, that's all. I've kept you long enough. I've got the playlist in the description as well as on the channel if you want to follow along. Thanks for watching. Bye.